Sarah Riley, NMLS 18007, and Patricia Johnson, NMLS 583004. Caliber Home Loans Incorporated, NMLS ID number 15622. Copyright 2017, all rights reserved. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without prior notice. All products are subject to credit and property improvement. Not all products are available in all states for all dollar amounts. Other restrictions and limitations apply.
Welcome to Financial Fitness Northwest, coming at you live on 1150 KKNW. I'm your host, Sarah Riley.
And I'm your co-host, Patricia Johnson. We're the Riley Johnson team.
Woo! Good afternoon, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's our goal to help you navigate the mortgage and real estate market with expert advice from knowledgeable and trustworthy industry professionals. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor, we can help.
And we strongly believe in giving back and empowering our community. It's our hope to provide our listeners with local charities and businesses to bring solutions to your daily life and provide you with opportunities to give back to your community as well. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, welcome. Well, right before the show, I tried to do a Facebook Live. My first time ever. Yeah, it wasn't very good, but I still posted it. I'm owning that. Yep. So follow us on Facebook. It's going to be better next week.
It can only go up from there, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I could. Yeah, it's sad. If you want a little chuckle, you can look at me fumbling around on Facebook Live. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's still June, home ownership month.
Woohoo, buy a house.
Call us. We'll help you. So we thought it is. What's this weekend's Father's Day?
Father's Day, yeah.
So you had some good ideas we should talk about.
I did.
So what are they?
Well, I thought it was kind of interesting the other morning when I was driving down to play golf. I heard on the radio they were talking.
Somebody on the radio?
Yeah, someone else. Yeah, someone else on the radio. And they were talking about favorite fathers, moments with your father, like favorite memories. And it just got me thinking, you know.
About your dad?
About my daddy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what is your favorite Father's Day memory that you have?
Well, I have a lot of favorites. My dad, Sarah's grandpa, he passed away in 2008. Actually, both parents did, so I don't have any. I'm an orphan. That's so sad. Always sad on Mother's Day and Father's Day. But it made me start thinking, hearing them talk about that, about my dad. And one thing came to mind, actually. Sarah, you were there, and you probably would remember this. So this is when I was adult, obviously. But we went to Spokane for Sarah's wedding shower that family was throwing there, and we stayed with my parents. And I thought it was a great opportunity to talk to my parents who had been married for, 60 years or something. You know, here's Sarah's going to be a new bride, needed some advice. And so I was asking him, Dad, how did you do it? How did you stay together? I mean, there must have been tough times. And my dad very soberly says, well, she got mad at me once. And I looked over at my mom, and it was quite clear that it was more than one time. But that was his memory, that, one time he got in trouble. But otherwise, it was all good.
Well, I think that's good if that's your outtake.
I know.
All you remember is that one time. I mean, she must have done a pretty good job of hiding her upset.
I guess she did. Or he was oblivious to it. One of the
Either
two.
way, it worked for them for 60-some years. So, yeah, I remember that. That was cute.
How about you? You and your daddy?
Oh, well, I feel like when you say Father's Day, there's so many things. But the one that really sticks with me was when we were kids and we were camping over in Eastern Washington at Beebe Bridge. If you guys know, it's just down from Chelan on the Columbia River. And we used to camp there when it was it first became a campground. There was no trees,
the trees
no
were
shade.
Like little teeny baby things, right?
But it was a nice campground. And anyways, we were camping, and Dad dislocated his shoulder while he was water skiing. Mm-hmm. You pulled him way too hard, Mom. Just kidding. No, it was not her fault. But what I remember, it was pretty traumatic. He was screaming from the water. We had to get him out. And then he had to get his wetsuit off with his shoulder dislocated. And it was so stressful. I just remember oh man, my dad is so tough.
I was talking about happy memories.
Wait, I'm getting there. So then this happens, and it was wow. But I remember what I remember the most, because I got him tools, and I was really excited to give him these tools I got Because my dad likes tools. I mean, what dad doesn't? But I was like thinking we were going to head home because he was hurt. But nope. He toughed out the whole weekend. We stayed. We camped all weekend long. And I don't know, just really stuck with me. So it turned out to be a good Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my memory. But what plans we have for this Father's Day?
Yeah, we're heading east, right?
Yeah, actually going to the same area.
Yeah,
we are.
We just can't get enough of that place.
We love that place. Yeah. Orondo, it's our Cabo. And we're going over there for Father's Day. And Charlie, my stepdad, and Randy are going to hit some balls. They're going to go golfing.
Golfing, yeah. And I'm going to not golf. I'm going to stay with the girls.
Right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. It'll be all right.
She has a hard time not golfing, but
yeah.
But I'm pulling the child trump card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need help. I've got 3 babies. So she's going to stay with me and they're going to go have fun. But we decided to look up some other things of what are people spending money on for Father's Day? What are the top gifts? So I'll go from 1 through 5, starting with 5, leading up to the top gift. So number 5 is home improvement tools. Okay, obviously.
4, lame gift cards.
I know, lame. Whoever buys gift cards for your dad, that's sad.
Lame-o.
Yeah, I'm sorry to call you out, but I mean, you could at least get him a man crate or something. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then it's clothing. Number 3 is clothing. Ties. I'm sure mainly ties.
Then electronic gadgets. Guys
That's pretty
like
cool.
gadgets like that, right?
Charlie would like that.
He would.
And my dad would like that. And then number 1 is a special outing or sporting event.
Well, that's cool. Our
That's what we're
guys are
getting
getting camping and they're getting golf, and that's 2 things right there. Top number 1.
We're winners.
We are.
We are. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into our show. Today we have some really exciting guests in studio. First, when we come back from commercial, we have Maria Riggins. Did I say it right? Okay. A real estate agent with Keller Williams, Puget Sound, who will be talking about selling in today's market. And then on the second half of the show, we have Vallery Frink with KW Cares talking about how they're serving the communities through charitable giving. So to find out about any topics discussed or to learn more about the guests we have in studio, you can always find us online at www.financialfitnessandw.com.
Are you intimidated by the seller's market we're in and unsure how to secure a home in a multiple offer situation? The Riley Johnson team with Caliber Home Loans has helped hundreds of buyers successfully secure the property of their dreams, even in this challenging market. A pre-approval letter from the Riley Johnson team carries more weight because we have the reputation of closing loans quickly with our state-of-the-art technology known as the ultimate home buying experience. To learn more about our premier service and technology to help you secure the home of your dreams, contact us today at Riley Johnson Team at CaliberHomeLoans.com or visit our website at RileyJohnsonTeam.com. Sarah Riley, NMLS 18007, and Patricia Johnson, NMLS 583004. Caliber Home Loans Incorporated, NMLS ID number 15622. Copyright 2017, all rights reserved. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without prior notice. All products are subject to credit and property approval. Not all products are available in all states for all dollar amounts. Other restrictions and limitations apply.
Are you considering buying or selling a home in this crazy real estate market? Why not seek the counsel of a team of professionals who have helped hundreds and hundreds of homeowners just like you? With multiple offers everywhere, the Think Frink Home Team knows the ins and outs and will help you out and negotiate with others so you can live in the home of your dreams. Call the Think Frink Home Team and let them help you. Their house hunting kit includes a detailed summary of area schools, amenities, and local information. They even offer complimentary home value evaluations and are available 7 days a week. Call the Think Frink Home Team at 206-794-2159 and hire the right team of professionals today. When it comes to real estate, think Frink.
Okay, so you want to sell, but you're afraid of becoming homeless until you find another home. What can you do? Does that sound familiar? Well, Maria Riggins and her team with Keller Williams Realty helps families just like yours navigate through the process of strategically listing your home and helping you purchase your next home. She can skillfully orchestrate the timelines, and she shares in your sense of urgency every step of the way. You would want a professional that pays attention to all the details and skillfully negotiates on your behalf, wouldn't you? Well, then call Maria Riggins at Keller Williams Realty Puget Sound, 206-930-5419. Or you can go online to home2tour.com. She's excited to help you move into your next home. Her motto is, moving you more than matters. Keller Williams Realty is the #1 real estate company in agent count in North America, with several J.D. Powers Awards and with offices around the world. Maria has been serving sellers, buyers, and investors for 22 years. Use the code word #MovingYouMoreThanMatters when you contact Maria, and she will donate $500 to a charity of your choice, or credit you $500 at the closing of your next transaction when you use her as your trusted agent. Call Maria Riggins at 206-930-5419 or go online to home2tour.com.
Seattle, Tacoma, Antwerp? That's right. We're streamed worldwide on our app and on the web at 1150kknw.com.
Welcome back. You're tuning in to Financial Fitness Northwest live on 1150 KKNW, where we help you navigate the mortgage and real estate market with expert advice from knowledgeable and trustworthy industry professionals. Now here in studio, we have Maria Riggins, a real estate broker with Keller Williams. Maria has been a licensed broker for 22 years. She has been with Keller Williams Realty Puget Sound since 2010 and loves the culture that Keller Williams lives by. Having lives worth living, businesses worth owning, and legacies worth leaving. Maria has been married for 30-plus years and has 2 children, an adorable grandson, and 2 border collies, and she rides her own Harley, motorcycle mama, yes. She's a Washington native and currently resides in Federal Way. Maria specializes in serving her clients' individual needs. 95% of her business is repeat and referral business. She loves serving people, always striving for a positive outcome. Welcome to the show, Maria.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
So, well, first of all, you guys, what's your plans for Father's Day? What are you guys doing?
Well, I put the pressure on my kids and asked them to contact their dad.
Oh.
So I'm leaving the day open. I'm going to give them a little nudge and see what they come up with.
That's good.
We'll come up with something special for them.
Yeah, that's good. It really is up to the kids. I know my husband says when Mother's Day rolls around, "You're not my mom," but then he usually always comes through in the end, so that's good.
Yeah, because you don't say that he's not your dad on Father's Day.
I never do. And besides,
No.
my kids take really good care of me too anyway, so
Yeah,
that's good.
We spoil you. Well, we're so glad to have you on this show. And so can you just share a little bit about, how you got into the real estate business and how long you've been doing this?
I've been in the real estate business for over 22 years. I got started originally because I'd come home, quit Boeing, raised my stepson, needed something that would be flexible, for my schedule. I stepped into appraisal, and I apprenticed as a real estate appraiser, and then the market tanked. So I didn't know what I didn't know, right?
Right.
So sure, I'll go get my license and stepped right into real estate, and it was a down market. And so that's probably the best time for somebody to learn. And that's, my husband wanted to invest in real estate, and he felt that was a great opportunity for us to kind of know what was going on in the market and firsthand. And that's kind of how we got started. Yeah.
Wow. So do you have properties now? Are you guys invested in real estate?
Yes.
Yeah, you have rentals and...
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great. I mean, that totally makes sense, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, you gotta know what's going on. So so when you started, did you start with Keller Williams, or where did you begin?
No, I originally started at Prudential, and then from there I moved over to Windermere, West Campus in Federal Way, and then from there I was there 12 years, and then came to Keller Williams.
And so how has that benefited you?
I
That's a good move.
love Keller Williams.
Yeah.
I feel that I wish I would have started my career there, and because of the amount of training and culture and support that the agents, surround you with. It's just awesome. So it's a great place to land, and I'll be there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you probably got a good education. I mean, sometimes it's good to maybe learn what you don't want, right?
Yeah, I guess if I would have started there, I wouldn't have known anything different, how great it is.
Right.
And so in that sense, yeah, that was a great learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So how do you get your business? Is it mostly from past clients, or are you pretty much referral based?
The majority of my business is referral based, repeat and referral. Clients that I originally sold them a home, now they've grown out of that home. They want to sell and purchase another home or invest in something. About 95% is repeat and referral. I am a premier agent on Zillow.
Okay.
I do have other sources of referrals and a networking group that I'm involved in, and just recently signed up for Heroes Home Advantage, and want to serve the military community as well. Both my father and my father-in-law have been in the military, and I'd like to give back to that community.
Can you tell us what's Heroes Home Advantage?
It is a network of professionals that are willing to give back to the hero in terms of like 25% of my commission would go towards their closing costs or their purchase. And then mortgage companies or service providers also are willing to give a discount to that hero. And it's not just military, but it's teachers and healthcare professionals and people that serve the community.
Right. Or everyday heroes.
Everyday
right?
heroes.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That is. That's
I've
great.
never heard of that. I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah, we should, because, Caliber's a huge player in the we have a great veterans program, and we really honor them through the loan process, and they receive a gift from us at closing. And
yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah, it is really cool.
So do you do mainly buyers or sellers? Are you split between listings and?
I'm split.
Are you?
Yeah, and I think because of the nature of my clientele being repeat business, it just naturally gravitates towards almost 50-50 of selling and then buying, and because they're using me for both ends. And I think they find that having me as their agent, as their listing agent, and then turning around and using me to purchase, it's just seamless.
Right.
It's very seamless for them.
So what do you attribute this referral business to? I mean, obviously, I think that you're a wonderful agent, but do you do anything special for your clients to maintain that relationship?
I do stay in touch with my clients throughout the year, some sort of touch, whether it be mail, email, phone call, face-to-face. And I feel like they view me as family, that I'm their family realtor.
Right.
Their trusted realtor, and have created that bond. And so they just call me. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's exactly what you want.
It is. That's the perfect world right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a team that supports your business then?
I do. Small team.
Yeah.
Not a large team, not like the Franks, but I do have people that support me in my business. I have a admin. I've got a transaction coordinator. I have a showing assistant on call. And so we all make it so that the client has, full attention.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, some agents, they have a support of, anytime you call, I'm going to pick up the phone. And then there are a lot more teams now, and so how do you feel the difference between just working with an agent that doesn't have that support versus having a team behind you? What does that do for the client?
I'm still the primary focal. Yeah. If my showing assistant is out there, they'll contact her to make the appointments. But then when it comes time to write the offer, it comes back to me, and we sit down and, prepare their offer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's pretty seamless as far as their point of contact.
Well, that's great. I'm sure, from the client's perspective, they don't see it, but the back end, the people who are assisting you take so much off your plate that you are able to respond quicker and, just provide excellent customer service that you couldn't if you didn't have that help.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I
always tell my clients I like to take at least one weekend off a month.
Yeah.
So my husband remembers who I am. Because in this business, you can just get just rolling. So it's,
Yeah,
it's
that's
important
good.
to do that.
You have to prioritize the people that you're working for,
Yes, right.
right?
Yeah, that
exactly.
you love.
Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point? So, let's talk about sellers in today's market. What are some of the concerns that you're hearing from sellers right now?
The concerns are, if I sell my home, am I going to be able to find a home? Because the inventory levels are so low. And depending on the market area that you're looking at, that can vary quite a bit. And if you're looking in the Seattle area, it's crazy, And so having a conversation with your agent up front before you put your home on the market is really crucial so that you can strategize what options you might have and that you can present yourself in the strongest position possible, right, in presenting those offers and knowing that you're going to nail it. There's people out there that, you're bidding up against 22 offers. They're going over 100,000, sometimes 200,000 above ask price. And it's really hard to compete if you're not ready to go. And they need to talk to you, Patricia, their lender, right? And get that in alignment. If they need to know, can I purchase this next home without having to sell my home? Can I carry both? Do I qualify for both, right? That would be one question. The next question was, okay, if I sell my home, do I have a place that I can rent, stay with a family member so that I have the cash in hand? They're not make any contingencies. Or maybe can I lease back, lease back from the person that's purchasing my home so that I can position myself for the next home. So there's a lot of different strategies and, there's a few others depending on your situation that we could figure out for the seller.
Right. Are you, what area are you focused on mainly for your business? Is South, Seattle, where are you? Are all over?
I'm all over.
Okay.
I'm focused on my clients' needs.
Okay.
Okay. And so I have one family that I'm their family realtor, quote unquote. And so I've gone, way far south, all the way up to Bellingham and Sumas, and have sold, maybe 6 family members' homes. And so you just take care of your families.
Okay.
And if it's an area that I have a new buyer, I don't have a previous relationship with, and I don't feel that I can service them well, I will find a great agent for that area for them if it's too far out of my area.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. I'm sure it probably gets a little tricky when it's too far away, right?
Exactly.
Especially if it's
Bellingham
a listing.
seems pretty far away.
Well, it was a listing.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so for for listings, it's a little different scenario. You partner with an agent that can be ready to show that
Right.
listing for you. And I take on the listing, paperwork and, responsibilities there. So it's very doable.
So speaking of listings, what are some ideas about helping prepare a buyer to list their home? What sort of things do you cover with them?
So to help a seller.
A seller. I'm sorry. Yes, I
their
said
home.
buyer. That's the other guy.
Well, they will be a buyer
They
as
will
soon as
be.
they sell it.
Yeah.
So
They're both.
both and. It's important to walk through with your agent because they have an eye, just like Val and I were sitting out in the lobby looking at the cracks in the cement. You just automatically are trained to look for certain things. And so you want to walk through the house with your agent, one, to find out what is the best way to show this house. 2, are there any physical conditions that may need to be remedied so that it is available to most loan types out there? Because the house has to qualify for the loan as well as the buyer, right?
Right.
And so if there's certain things like dry rot or the roof doesn't have 5 years life left or there's a leak somewhere, we need to get those taken care of. The third thing, we're strongly recommending sellers to do a home inspection before even putting it on the market. And it gives the seller a lot of leverage. They are prepared. They're not surprised. They have time to get bids, and they can decide what they want to fix, what they don't. And it also helps us determine how we're going to present it, as far as financing options as well. So there's a lot of different things. Then, of course, the standard, touch up your bathrooms, your kitchens, clean paint. We live in such a beautiful area that it's really important to do your landscaping.
Yeah.
Trim it up, get it edged.
That
Make
first impression,
first
right?
impression. Clean the front door so it's not grimy, Put some good smells in there so that you don't smell pet odors or, smokes or anything like that. So those basic things still hold true. Yeah.
We just had a house that the appraisal came back and called for the carpet to be cleaned and the doors to be on the hinges. So I think they probably removed the doors, like taking furniture out, moving. That's not a big deal. But it was the first time I've ever experienced where the appraiser asked for the carpet to be cleaned.
Was it a VA?
No.
Wow.
No. So they had pets, and I guess the carpets were quite disarray, right, from pet urine. But that's just something I would think as the listing agent should have said, we should clean these carpets before we list this house.
And rehang
right?
the doors,
Yeah. So, I mean, now it's just delays because those things have to get done now. And then you have to have the appraiser go back out and sign off on it. So it's if you have a good agent that up front is saying, these are the things that need to get done, not only does it help your house sell, but once you have sold it, it moves it through the process quicker and doesn't delay financing.
Absolutely.
So that's really, really important. I like the pre-inspection.
So how do you help the sellers accurately price their home? Because, I mean, right now we're kind of seeing situations where appraisals are coming in low. And, I mean, how do you work through that?
That's a great question. And, people are banking on the escalation of this market. It's a hot market. Let's just price it out there. Our job as an agent is to take a look at what we have for available comps, right?
Right.
What has sold in the last 6 months, what has sold in the last 3 months. And then we also have to take a look at what is the upswing for that area and kind of gauge it, because in the end, unless it's a cash offer, we're still subject to those financing guidelines, and that appraiser has to be able to validate that value.
Right.
And so we take some statistics, the numbers, but also kind of market knowledge, knowing what's going on, and take a look at that and figure it out.
I would think sometimes it's probably a little challenging because buyers are very proud of their own place, right?
Yeah,
so you gotta
sellers are.
Or
Yeah.
seller. Gosh,
Yeah.
I work with buyers. I don't. I got buyer on the brain, but kind of talk them down to reality a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but NAR has statistics as far as pricing your home, right? And if it doesn't sell within a certain amount of time, so many showings, 10 to 12 showings, or within the first couple of weeks, you are definitely overpriced by 5%. And so there are other gauges that we can take a look at and keep a tick on the market of what it's doing and where you are in the marketplace, because it ebbs and flows. Something comes on, something comes off. So it's just really important that agent is active and taking a look at that for you, having conversation with you, and having an agreement that if within a certain amount of time it doesn't, have an offer, we need to do some type of an adjustment.
Which I'm sure is really hard for a seller in this market because they think they're also going to sell in 2 days.
Sometimes it may not be price, though. Sometimes it may be condition or something that could be remedied differently. So it's feedback that we give to the sellers after the agents have shown it that also help us determine what are people saying? What are the buyers feeling about this home?
It's great.
Well, all I can say is that if you do want to sell your home, you definitely want to work with a seasoned professional like Maria Riggins, because
yes, you do.
There's a lot of strategy involved in that. So I can't believe our time is over, Maria, but it's already over. And thank you for all the awesome information.
Yeah, that was really great.
For the opportunity.
Great
I really
having
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah, great having you on the show. Thank you for tuning in to Financial Fitness Northwest. When we come back from the break, we will have Vallery Frink with Keller Williams Cares, KW Cares, talking about how they are serving the communities through charitable giving. To find out about topics discussed on today's show, you can find us online at www.financialfitnessnw.com.
Okay, so you want to sell, but you're afraid of becoming homeless until you find another home. What can you do? Does that sound familiar? Well, Maria Riggins and her team with Keller Williams Realty helps families just like yours navigate through the process of strategically listing your home and helping you purchase your next home. She can skillfully orchestrate the timelines, and she shares in your sense of urgency every step of the way. You would want a professional that pays attention to all the details and skillfully negotiates on your behalf, wouldn't you? Well, then call Maria Riggins at Keller Williams Realty Puget Sound, 206-930-5419. Or you can go online to home2tour.com. She's excited to help you move into your next home. Her motto is, moving you more than matters. Keller Williams Realty is the #1 real estate company in agent count in North America, with several J.D. Powers Awards and with offices around the world. Maria has been serving sellers, buyers, and investors for 22 years. Use the code word #MovingYouMoreThanMatters when you contact Maria, and she will donate $500 to a charity of your choice, or credit you $500 at the closing of your next transaction when you use her as your trusted agent. Call Maria Riggins at 206-930-5419 or go online to home2tour.com.
Are you intimidated by the seller's market we're in and unsure how to secure a home in a multiple offer situation? The Riley Johnson team with Caliber Home Loans has helped hundreds of buyers successfully secure the property of their dreams, even in this challenging market. A pre-approval letter from the Riley Johnson team carries more weight because we have the reputation of closing loans quickly with our state-of-the-art technology known as the ultimate home buying experience. To learn more about our premier service and technology to help you secure the home of your dreams, contact us today at Riley Johnson Team at CaliberHomeLoans.com or visit our website at RileyJohnsonTeam.com. Sarah Riley, NMLS 18007, and Patricia Johnson, NMLS 583004. Caliber Home Loans Incorporated, NMLS ID number 15622. Copyright 2017, all rights reserved. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without prior notice. All products are subject to credit and property approval. Not all products are available in all states for all dollar amounts. Other restrictions and limitations apply.
Are you considering buying or selling a home in this crazy real estate market? Why not seek the counsel of a team of professionals who have helped hundreds and hundreds of homeowners just like you? With multiple offers everywhere, the Think Frink Home Team knows the ins and outs and will help you out and negotiate with others so you can live in the home of your dreams. Call the Think Frink Home Team and let them help you. Their house hunting kit includes a detailed summary of area schools, amenities, and local information. They even offer complimentary home value evaluations and are available 7 days a week. Call the Think Frink Home Team at 206-794-2159 and hire the right team of professionals today. When it comes to real estate, think Frink.
Seattle, Tacoma, Antwerp. That's right. We're streamed worldwide on our app and on the web at 1150kknw.com.
You're tuning in. Oh, wow. You're tuning in. Sorry, to Financial Fitness live on KKNW, 1150 a.m. We provide our listeners with information from business professionals to bring solutions to your daily life, as well as local charities to provide you with the opportunity to give back to your community as well. Today we have in studio Vallery Frink. She's a liaison with KW Cares for the past 4 years and also a real estate agent with Keller Williams Puget Sound. KW Cares was the brainchild of Keller Williams agents who had a dream to reach out and support fellow KW associates facing financial hardship due to major, life emergencies. Mo Anderson, vice chairman of Keller Williams Realty, took this dream and brought it to fruition with public charity. Today, KW Cares is supported by associates from across North America. It has truly become the heart of the Keller Williams culture in action, finding and serving a higher purpose of business through charitable giving in the market centers and communities where KW associates live and work. So welcome, Val.
Well, thanks, ladies. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today to share with you a little bit about KW Cares.
Yeah, we're really excited to hear about it. So can you tell us just really what is KW Cares?
Yeah, in a nutshell, it's culture. It's the lifestyle that we choose to live at Keller Williams. And it's about caring for our agents and their families. Mm-hmm. In a world where there's a lot of need, we wanted a place to be able to fund and support our agents solely. And like you said, it was a brainchild of agents brought to fruition by Mo Anderson. And I've actually seen it in action in the last 4 years across North America. Now across the globe, because we're worldwide. It's an amazing opportunity and organization that they've created.
That's awesome. I think, it probably brings a whole new, just going to work every day, and every time you close a transaction, right? It's kind of for a bigger purpose.
Yeah, it actually did really help really change the direction of my life. Being involved with KW Cares, it did bring an awareness of the needs within our community, not just with our agents, but with the clients we serve and the community as a whole. And it's opened up many other opportunities to fundraise. We just helped the Multi-Service Center in Federal Way, and we work with the Boys and Girls Club and Big Brothers Big Sisters. So there's a lot of really worthwhile organizations out there that we partner with to do good.
So each Keller Williams location, do they kind of work within their own community? Or how does that work?
Yeah, so we have KW Cares, which is our international organization that's run by International Keller Williams, and there's a board of directors that runs that.
Okay.
And then Gary Keller has been very demonstrative and communicative about each agent setting up their own 501c3s, whether you're an individual or a team, however you choose to do business, just in that you give back to the communities. We're in the process of creating TFHT for Hope. That'll be our own Think Frink Home Team 501c3, and really it does help when you're in a 501c3 and you have that legally recognized status from the IRS. You get bigger donations from those bigger companies that will participate for you and underwrite some of your events like BECU or Bank of America, and they've all been really big players for us in the past.
Wow, that's great. So can you, kind of give us some idea of the things that KW Cares does, the grants they offer, how you've supported agents or in the community?
Yeah, and so basically funds are raised through the closings that Keller Williams agents have. $10 comes off of every transaction that's closed, and $3,000 from every market center is asked to be donated to the International Fund, and the remaining monies can stay in-house for your local needs.
Oh, okay.
And so some work that's been done through the international department. I mentioned to you before the show, we had opened up in the Midwest Keller Williams office in a town where the other real estate agents weren't too happy to see a Keller Williams come to town. Mm-hmm. And as a result, they only offered $1 to buyers who brought clients in for the sale of homes in that community. Wow. Keller Williams is all about doing the right thing, so our agents continued to show homes and sell them despite only making $1 on those transactions. And then we held a special fundraising event, raised enough money to make every one of those agents in that market center whole down to the penny. Not one of them lost $1. And I have never had the privilege of working with a company that would do such and that takes such pride in its agents and the community. It really is an outstanding event. Locally, we hold an auction at Keller Williams Puget Sound every year, and we've been very fortunate the past few years to raise over $100,000, and we've been able to impact many, many families. Most recently, we had the privilege of working with Logan Lewis and his family, a delightful young man who unfortunately on March 7th of this year lost his battle to cancer, but we were able to bequeath $25,000 to the family in his last few months of life, and they were able to spend great times with him and create great memories, and we were so honored to be a part of that. And so it's been broad and wide in the number of lives that we've been able to touch, and we're just looking to continue to do good works through Keller Williams Cares and the other opportunities that are presented to us.
Wow, that's fantastic. So does KW Cares, it's for people that work at Keller Williams only?
So we actually have, it's actually quite a big outreach. So we have the Keller Williams Cares, which is for the agents and their immediate families. So if my mother was to be in an accident and would be unable to afford her care, Keller Williams would step in and through documentation and this grant process, take care of my mother's bills.
Oh, wow.
And that is through your immediate family. So that's your mother, your father, your brothers, and your sisters. What an incredible opportunity. Again, I've never been involved in a company that does something like that. It's a great relief for us as agents to know that if we have a major catastrophe, that there is somebody backing us up. Yeah. And then we take it upon ourselves in each market center to do good works within the community. So Keller Williams Puget Sound is set up to both help its agents in the office, and we do events throughout the community that raise funds for those within the community or further away. This last event benefited an agent's family member in another state.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's really great. So I'm sure that changes just the whole dynamic of the company you work for, right? And the feel that you have going to work every day, working for a company that's really centered on giving back, right, in creating a legacy.
Yeah, go ahead, Maria.
I was just going to mention that we've even helped other outside agents through our
really?
KW Cares.
Oh, yes.
Like at other companies?
Yes, at
From
other
other
companies.
companies.
We've done hearing aids, and we've done some denture work, and a variety of assistance to people in need. Look, we're all one big family, whether you work for Windermere or Remax, but we're all human beings in this world, and we all live within the same community, and we're all about helping each other and outreach. So regardless of where you work, if there's a need and we can do something about it, we're here to help.
So how do you find out about who you're going to give to and who is eligible for any type of grant that you would give? Or
Yeah, Patricia, that's the challenge, certainly. It's really through Social Circle. It's through reaching out to those bigger organizations within the community that, do you know of somebody in need? Do you have a family member that, might need some assistance? It's our agents. We have such a huge outreach because we are worldwide. We're the #1 real estate company by agent count. And so we have a variety of people out there on the ground working with clients and working in communities. And so we just need to really communicate through them to find the people who need us the most.
I'm sure there's more need than you have the ability to support, right?
Always, which is why I think Gary Keller really wants agents to go out and create their own 501c3s. And he's encouraging teams and more people to get involved and give back. Because like you said, Patricia, the need is huge.
Yeah.
So what do you guys have any other events or things coming up that are going to raise money for the communities?
Yeah, so Keller Williams Puget Sound has its annual auction coming up, and you can find more information about that on our webpage for Keller Williams Puget Sound. And we do a lot of little events, poker nights and chili cook-offs and bake sales and the ugliest dog contest. And there's a lot of different things. You could do golf tournaments. You have the easy events that you can put together in a week, and then you have the events that you can put in a month or two, and then you have the events that you plan all year for, like our golf tournaments and our auctions. And they all bring in a different amount of money, and they all require a different amount of time, but they all serve the same purpose, and that's being able to give that money away to people in need.
It's like your auction, is that open to the public? Or
It is open to the public. We've had over 300 people over the past couple of years. It's been at Emerald Downs. We did change the location this year. And so we'll be at a new venue to be announced shortly. Denim and Diamonds is the theme.
Oh, cool.
And we would love the public to show up and support us. We have a wonderful nominee this year. Still hasn't quite been announced, but a lot of need within the family. And again, we're just honored to be able to help anybody in the community who needs help. So if you know of somebody in the community that needs some assistance, please reach out to us at Keller Williams Puget Sound. You can ask for Vallery Frink or Carrie Franklin, and we're here to do what we can. And if we can't help you, we'll put you in the direction of someone who can. We have a ton of resources, and we partner with a lot of different companies, and so we're happy to help in any way that we can.
I would like to volunteer to represent the Riley Johnson team at the KW Cares Golf Tournament. We would like to support there.
But you don't want me
on that
there? Gosh.
Yeah, you can come too. It might be a scramble.
Nice. Well, what about, so for this auction you guys having coming up, are you guys are you procuring items? Do you need money, donations? What can people do to get involved and help?
So we absolutely need all of that. We need your participation. We need your donations. And we'll take anything from the dinner at Jimmy Mac's to the suite for a Mariners game. We have Alaska who's donated tickets. Airline tickets to anywhere they fly. And we just have a variety of items. So we'll take whatever it is that you want to donate. We take cash donations as well. Okay. And again, there'll be more information, and tickets will go on sale here in the next 30 to 45 days. And we'll drum that up. But we'd love all the support that we can get. We don't keep it in-house as a 501c3 that's federally recognized. The IRS does make sure that you are not holding funds, that you're actually dispersing, what you generate, and they, audit on where that money goes. And so we're very, very cautious. And we make sure we do our homework on all the, on all the nominees and recipients that we help.
What is the date of the auction? Did you say that?
No, I'm not quite sure that it's been finalized yet.
Oh, okay.
We're just in those final stages right now.
Is it a summer event or winter?
It is a fall event.
Fall. Okay.
So there's time.
Historically, it's been in the first week of October. I think they were working to move that up a little bit, and we were working with the facility to try to negotiate a date for that.
Well, we'll definitely have to put information on the website as soon as you guys have a date.
That'd be
so
great.
People can, donate and buy tickets to attend the event. So, well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. Is there any last things that you'd like to talk about as far as other donations or anything else with KW Cares, Val, or did we cover it?
I think you covered it. It's really just about living the wonderful Keller Williams culture, giving back to those in the community where we can, helping our associates. And I just thank you for your kindness and caring and your spotlight that you put on organizations that help others. There's not enough of that. And so I really just appreciate you ladies today and bringing it to the forefront and talking about it today.
We're honored too.
Yeah, we are.
We love sharing with the listeners and people about charities that they might not know about. So we just feel really blessed to have this, to be able to do this. So thank you so much for coming on the air. And when we come back, we're going to have the Riley Johnson Team Market Update. Today we're going to do some myth busting. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about special, quote, products and promotions that are on the market you should be aware of. So stay tuned.
Are you considering buying or selling a home in this crazy real estate market? Why not seek the counsel of a team of professionals who have helped hundreds and hundreds of homeowners just like you? With multiple offers everywhere, the Think Frink Home Team knows the ins and outs and will help you out and negotiate with others so you can live in the home of your dreams. Call the Think Frink Home Team and let them help you. Their house hunting kit includes a detailed summary of area schools, amenities, and local information. They even offer complimentary home value evaluations and are available 7 days a week. Call the Think Frink Home Team at 206-794-2159 and hire the right team of professionals today. When it comes to real estate, think Frink.
Okay, so you want to sell, but you're afraid of becoming homeless until you find another home. What can you do? Does that sound familiar? Well, Maria Riggins and her team with Keller Williams Realty helps families just like yours navigate through the process of strategically listing your home and helping you purchase your next home. She can skillfully orchestrate the timelines, and she shares in your sense of urgency every step of the way. You would want a professional that pays attention to all the details and skillfully negotiates on your behalf, wouldn't you? Well, then call Maria Riggins at Keller Williams Realty Puget Sound, 206-930-5419. Or you can go online to home2tour.com. She's excited to help you move into your next home. Her motto is, moving you more than matters. Keller Williams Realty is the #1 real estate company in agent count in North America, with several J.D. Powers Awards and with offices around the world. Maria has been serving sellers, buyers, and investors for 22 years. Use the code word #MovingYouMoreThanMatters when you contact Maria, and she will donate $500 to a charity of your choice, or credit you $500 at the closing of your next transaction when you use her as your trusted agent. Call Maria Riggins at 206-930-5419 or go online to home2tour.com.
Are you intimidated by the seller's market we're in and unsure how to secure a home in a multiple offer situation? The Riley Johnson team with Caliber Home Loans has helped hundreds of buyers successfully secure the property of their dreams, even in this challenging market. A pre-approval letter from the Riley Johnson team carries more weight because we have the reputation of closing loans quickly with our state-of-the-art technology known as the ultimate home buying experience. To learn more about our premier service and technology to help you secure the home of your dreams, contact us today at Riley Johnson Team at CaliberHomeLoans.com or visit our website at RileyJohnsonTeam.com. Sarah Riley, NMLS 18007, and Patricia Johnson, NMLS 583004. Caliber Home Loans Incorporated, NMLS ID number 15622. Copyright 2017, all rights reserved. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without prior notice. All products are subject to credit and property approval. Not all products are available in all states for all dollar amounts. Other restrictions and limitations apply.
Wondering what's on next on Alternative Talk 1150? Check out 1150kknw.com.
Welcome back to Financial Fitness Northwest, live on 1150 KKNW. It's now time for the Riley Johnson Team Market Update. We are dedicated to provide the tools you need to make informed decisions on how today's events in the local economy can affect your buying power. What special products and promotions are on the market and what to be aware of. It's the myth Mythbusters segment.
I like it. You did a really good intro on that.
Thank you.
We need like some music for that, Mythbusters.
I know.
I feel like this should be a new segment. I'm really excited about it. Came up with it just before the show. And I think this could be like an ongoing thing because there is so much false information out there.
There is.
That you would not know. I mean, you just don't know what you don't know. And so you see these shiny, fancy looking products and lenders saying, we can do this. But at the end of the day, does it really make sense for you? Is it in your best interest? So we're gonna talk about one specific product today.
Yes, we are. It's just new.
It just came out.
It's the new latest shiny penny on the market.
Mm-hmm. And a couple unnamed lender companies are offering this. It's a 3% down conventional loan where you bring in 1% and they supposedly pay your other 2% of your down payment.
Now, does that sound like a really amazing deal?
Wow, I only have to come in with 1%? What?
Yeah, too good to be true.
Exactly. So obviously, I mean, everyone knows you don't get anything for free. So if they're going to give, they're going to take. And so this is just kind of a fancy way. They're basically financing in your 2%. Your interest rate is higher, much higher, because they have to up the cost to pay for that.
Because they don't really pay for it out of their pocket.
No.
They charge you a higher interest rate, and then the rebate of that interest rate is what's paying. So basically you're paying yourself over time as opposed to at
And
closing.
so what does that look like for you? Does it give you more buying power? I mean, at the end of the day, the most important things are what is your payment going to be? How much money is coming out of your pocket, right? And so we did some investigating to see what other products are more beneficial to you than this one. This sounds great, but there are lots of other options that actually cost you less at the end of the day and less monthly. And if their monthly is lower, then guess what? You have more buying power. So one of the things is there's down payment assistance. Okay.
Yep.
0 down.
Yeah. If the 1% down is attractive to you, then there's other options. There is down payment assistance where 0 down. So
right,
going to be a lot more competitive rate.
A lot more competitive rate and a lot more competitive on mortgage insurance. So when you do down payment assistance with Caliber, not every lender does offer it this way, but we have a discounted rate on mortgage insurance, which keeps your monthly payment a lot lower. When you do a 3% down conventional, whether you're paying 1% or the whole 3%, your monthly mortgage insurance is quite expensive at 3% down. And so your payment is actually a great deal higher on that 1% down scenario.
Right. So even doing down payment assistance and doing the reduced monthly mortgage insurance, you're going to have a lower payment, a lower interest rate than you would with this new, shiny, exciting new program that looks too good to be true.
Because it is. And so also with down payment assistance, you and any product really, depending on where you're buying your house and your agent and, your offer, but you can get a seller to pay your closing costs. And if you did, you literally could come in with no money on down payment assistance. We've done 3 of them in the last 2 months where our clients got their earnest money back at closing. So it is possible. The other option is if you have the money and you want a more competitive rate, because the rate is higher on down payment assistance, you can do a 3% down conventional.
Yep.
And the rate's going to be much more competitive than that 1% down because they're pricing the rate up. And what that means to you over time is you're saving tens of thousands of dollars in interest by bringing in your down payment if you have it.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you can have a reduced, especially first-time home buyers with a 3% down, dramatically reduced monthly mortgage insurance, which will make a huge difference on your payment and, again, allow you to qualify for a higher purchase price that's within your budget.
Right. So it's really, really important to be talking to a lender that, one, is experienced and knowledgeable. Whether they're telling you they have this great product, okay, well, are they just showing you that, or are they showing you all available products to you and explaining the difference and your cost over time? It's important to be sitting down with a lender that's going to ask you the right questions, understand your short and long-term financial goals to make sure that they're presenting you with the financing option that's in your best interest.
Yeah, and they should also be presenting all programs that interest you so that you can see the difference on paper, what that means up front, what that means down the road, and depending on how long you're going to keep the house can really come into play.
Right. And so understanding what's more important to you, cash to close, monthly payment, those things are really crucial, how long you're going to keep the property. But at the end of the day, if it seems too good to be true and they're trying to lure you in with some fantastic rate or some fantastic program, then, you probably should get a second opinion.
Definitely get a second opinion.
So at the end of the day, those shiny products usually are a disservice to you. And this one especially is going to cost you a lot more money. So talk to your knowledgeable lender, the Riley Johnson team, to hear about all your financing options. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's show. We hope you found the information valuable. To learn about our show, the guests we had in studio, you can check us out online at www.financialfitnessnw.com. And please let us know if you have any questions about topics discussed or anything you want to hear from us. We'd love to hear from you. So have a great week.
Tune in next week.